Hey everyone, today we would like to introduce you to Brickwall Residence in Anand, Gujarat. Designed by SAK Designs, this house caters to the needs of three generations. Let me give you a few details. Spread across a plot area of 6,500 square feet, this is a 5-bedroom house with a built-up area of 6,700 square feet. The key design highlight is a double-height brick wall built around a central courtyard and a spiral staircase which are visible only as one enters. If you like this house and want to know more, click on the link mentioned in the description below. It will take you to our website buildofy.com where you can become a member and download a full PDF ebook with details of the project cost, floor plans, elevation with precise dimensions and material palette. As a member, you can download 200 plus PDF ebooks of the houses pan India. Till then, I hope you enjoy the video.
The test was that how best we can make something which is little enjoyable, or rather more, the experience is more beautiful. We don't design the structure. We design the experience. So this particular plot is based in a society where private residences are only located. The requirements were not given in terms of types of spaces. It was just given like they had asked us they would need 5 bedrooms, formal living, family zone, and a home theater. Here the 3 generations live together, where the grandparents are there, their 2 sons are there, and the grandchildren is also there. And they kind of love to stay in this particular environment where they are connected. So this particular plot, which is approximately around 800 square yard, the basic plot was a typical elongated plot, approximately just a 25 feet wide road on one side. On the side also they had a road. The north was up. So entry was to be here. There is a couple of bungalows in front. At the moment the lot next to it is empty, but then in future there is going to be some kind of a structure coming up. Behind is also some lot which is also going to be structures in future. Looking at the north, looking at the sun movement and the wind direction, we kind of see it in our particular zone as a southwest. We took the maximum advantage of the north light, and then we started putting the spaces across. We kind of wanted to have a zone which is the formal living. We wanted to have this on this side for a reason that it can have a private garden all around. And then we connected this whole thing with a family zone. They said we as a family, we want all the kitchen and dining and family sitting all to be in the one place. We do not want like a special formal dining room or formal kitchen. So then we created this whole space on the side with the family room in one area, the kitchen and the dining. We wanted to have a good green zone around, because from family room we wanted them to have a good view of the green. Again, advantage is facing north, so no direct sunlight and good daylight coming in, and the kitchen is right behind, and the communication is beautiful. That is what we tried to achieve. So we took an entry from side for the service. We also took an advantage of the side entry to park the car. And this two side road gave us the biggest advantage, that to have the whole front as a green zone. What we did is, behind the kitchen, we created the service zone, and the service zone entry can be done from the side gate. We had to keep one bedroom which is for the parents, the grandparents, and that we kept in the southwest corner. The reason being, of course, that southwest has a good wind direction. This place gets hot during summer, so if the good breeze is there, they can be comfortable. After putting all these things, we were just left with the central core. We used this central core as a basic passage connecting the family, the formals and the bedrooms. We created a long flight, a straight flight in the middle, which is having a good profile in exposed concrete. Right behind that, we have kept a small courtyard, which is kind of having a nice skylight falling from the top. So whole passage is lit up during the day. And right behind that is all our services, and this whole wall behind the staircase, we particularly did it in a different kind of a brick wall, a very flat brick wall with a very raw form of brick. You'll see the wall without any concrete joints, without any cement joints, just as if the bricks are laid one above the other. We have given the house name the brick wall house, but from outside you don't see the brick from anywhere. When you enter the house and you see, the first thing is a brick wall with a nice skylight falling from the top, highlighting the brick texture with a bit of an unevenness, which is a natural character of the brick. And rest of the whole house, the basic color language is kept to grays or light grays, to keep it very subtle and very minimalistic. Yet the spaces what we were trying to get was luxurious. Coming on the upper level, we have the central core with the staircase coming up. Then we had one master bedroom right from the passage. Across that, another room of one of the grandson, and the corridor was just kept empty, which is again facing north. And then we had another two rooms, one from each side. This is another master bedroom with its toilet and dressing, and then another guest room with its toilet. And to go up from the first to second, we created a very unique sculpturous spiral staircase, which is cast in concrete, but the railings are done in metal sheets. The concrete treads are then cladded with the actual wooden steps. One can even see the spiral staircase when somebody is entering the main door itself. So both Master 1 and Son, they basically have a nice north facing windows as well as east and west facing windows. The greens which we had created around is continuously visible from everywhere. Master bedroom at the back and the guest bedroom, they have a their private kind of a green zone view from behind. So one of the master bedroom, we have tried a very different thing. That room was little largish and squarish, so we kind of kept the bed in kind of a center. Then the headboard of the bed we kind of created in a marble wall, and behind that marble headboard we kind of have a study table desk hanging from that marble slab itself. All three sides basically they have the space open. All the wardrobes or the dressing rooms of the individual bedrooms, they are all walk-in closets. In one of the master bedroom, like the closets are basically nicely shuttered with the nice fluted glass, so that a good light comes in. It is just the glass and aluminum powder coated. The bathroom and the dressing rooms are designed in such a way that they are next to each other, but they are independent of each other, and that is all done with the simple minimal use of aluminum and glass. In the all common areas we have a single palette of the floor, which is a nice grey marble, which has its own character, a very rocky kind of a character, but matte finished. But the moment you walk into any bedroom, we switch over to the nice wooden floor. The feel of wood is always very warm and very cozy. So the moment you go from the common areas to your private bedrooms, the change of material is actually triggers that particular emotions. We have deliberately used all the lighter tones as far as possible. All the bedroom doors are made of the ply and veneer, but then veneers we have toned it down to a grey shade. Another element which is something which we have worked a little hard on is the central passage with the single flight staircase. A raw concrete, a folded slab cast with plain marble in the leather finish, and the railing of a minimal metallic frame. Coming up on the top, you just have a private terrace. We have created the spiral staircase with a passage, and then we have a nice home theater. So we just have one room on the top, that's it. Just a home theater and a passage and a small powder room. Otherwise they have a terrace on this side, as well as they have a terrace on the rest of this area. In Gujarat it is used only a couple of times, that is during kite flying festival. They use the rest of the terrace for their solar panels to make the building as energy conscious as possible.
The facade, it has been divided into three parts. 2 volumes of exposed concrete on the either sides, and the middle is the screen that we have designed for a bit of a privacy from inside.
That concrete block, we wanted to have a character of its own. Instead of just as typical big panels, use the raw wooden structure battens to get their wooden raw figures in the concrete. As this concrete ages, it changes its character little by little every year. That creates a kind of a continuous, a movement in the building in terms of vision. And we continued that whole thing all the way outside, right from our compound wall. So when somebody enters the main gate of the house, they had given particular name of the house. We kind of did that, inlaid that particular in that wall itself, that it becomes inscribed in the wall. So this 2 particular concrete block stands on the side, and on the top of that the terrace continues. We kind of worked so hard to get that slab of the terrace just about 6 inches. So when you see from outside, the terrace slab which is overhanging looks like it is a metal structure, but it is concrete. Underneath that we clad it in nice raw wood. So it looks like actually a fabricated structure in wood and metal. The main passage of the house is been hidden behind that particular screen of powder coated pure aluminum sections, kept at a strategic distances. Behind that there are glasses, but from the road, if somebody is moving, they don't see what is the movement inside the houses. It is absolutely weatherproof. We don't have to worry about any kind of a weather conditions happening to it. You look at the rest of the elements, that the aluminum windows, the glass windows, we have kept them large glass windows. The ground and first floor window on the two concrete blocks on the side, they kind of touch each other. There is no floor visible inside between the two windows. So from outside the house scale looks very different, and this particular play of scale and proportion is what we feel is a surprise element. Our whole play of all these design elements, our detailing, our approach, which creates a particular experience, and that experience is liked by the client, or the experience is felt by the client.